mamas. Hi, mamas. All right. Give me 1 second. You want to eat? All right. We in business, I think. You're. So cute. You're. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys can hear me and see me. We have a little bit of a delay because as soon as I was about to come live, 2 of the cats came. For those of y'all who are not new here, I feed the strays. I'm the stray cat lady. But 2 of them showed up, and one of them we haven't seen in like 2 weeks. So I kind of am late here because I was kind of just checking him because I feel like I just wanted to make sure he wasn't like hurt or nothing. So I wanted to feed them and stuff, so that's why we're a few minutes late here. Either way, we're gonna tap in. My bad, today was a little bit, I didn't give you guys enough, like, more time with the link today. I actually gotta, I don't want to start running late. I got some shit, important shit that I need to do, and I want to get done before a certain time today. So realistically, this was the only time for us to go live. So we're going to tap in. I'm going to be using the Zodiac Tarot, and I'm going to be using the Hoodoo Tarot. If I do go back and forth, it's going to be between those 2 decks. I'm hoping you guys can see me. That'll be ideal. But as long as y'all can hear me, we're good. Shout out to everybody who's at work. Shout out to everybody whose patience is being tested. Okay? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody who's not crashing out. When they got every reason, you know? Yeah. I hope everyone's day has been good so far. I don't know why I put the table up because I kind of want to sit. I feel like I've been running around all day and I'm nowhere near done, but it's all right. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. So, we're going to start out with the Hoodoo Tarot. And we're kind of going to... We're going to try to thug it out today. I really want to say no tangents, but you know how it goes. Excuse me. That card flew out. It literally flew out for those of y'all who are watching. And the first thing I thought to myself was, I love an assertive king. I love me an assertive king. It's not even a king, it's the emperor. But the way he flew out, like, I'm here. What's up? What happened? What you need done? What I got to do? What needs said? Like, what? Tell me. It's very much giving that energy. We got John Horse, which is the emperor in this deck. First card out. I want to say I love it, right? This is amazing. This is good. This is a good start. But I'm just like, you know what? We done seen some toxic kings in our days. So let me not jump the gun here. You know what I mean? Somebody could be dating. Yeah, Diablo. And we're going to read all those cards. Mad cards just fell on the floor. Somebody could be dating. And, of course, butterflies and lies in the beginning phases. As per usual. So somebody is like, there's a female specifically who's like, yo, this sounds good. It sounds good. You're going to be on probation for a little while, though, because I need to make sure that the shit that you saying and the shit that you doing is parallel. You feel me? That's the energy that I'm kind of picking up on. Somebody who's like, I'm like, damn, we really going to read all those cards? There's mad cards on the floor. We're going to read them. Fuck it. Fuck it. All right, so I got a whole pile and then one that's flipped over and a whole pile of cards that came out. I don't even know if this was after or before, but it's not even important. We're going to read all this shit right here. All of it. Which this tells me, this in itself tells me that there's a lot going on. Somebody has a lot going on in their life. Maybe in other parts of their life. I don't know why they keep bringing me back to someone who's dating. Who's dating for like the first time in a long time. Depending on your story, you could be dating for the first time. Somebody is older, right? It's interesting the way they just put that. Somebody's older, but somebody feels like this person may have kids and everything already, but somebody feels like I'm dating now for the first time. Because that's how it feels. It feels like I've never done this before. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you had kids with a high school sweetheart, your only boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's something like that. Because it just, I feel like I'm not talking to someone young at all. Like, and I'm saying young and old. I don't usually use shit like that. But Spirit is like, yo, this isn't somebody who's like fresh out their mother's womb, early 20s, starting life. No, I'm talking to somebody who's seasoned. Somebody's like, I've been around the block. This is somebody who's in their, gotta be early 30s, mid 30s, early 40s. Like, it feels like, and I think somebody has, I don't know if you were in a relationship that was like long term, or if it was like a toxic situation that wasn't even a relationship. Somebody is making me feel like somebody may have entertained situationships. I don't like the way that feels, because somebody is older and is making me feel like, looking back, I realized I wasn't actually ever in a relationship. Like, I never did the dating thing. And anytime I was locked in with somebody, it was like we either started out by sleeping together and then it became a thing, or we started out by like, we hung out once and then we never stopped hanging out. We just were like a thing. Somebody didn't date. I want to bring it back there because I got too many cards to go through for them to be taking me on this long ass goose chase here. Somebody's feeling like they're new to the dating world. I also feel like there's a lot that plays into the dating aspect, but there's also a lot that's going on in somebody's life totally aside from this, like excluding dating. Somebody may feel like they don't have no time, they don't have the capacity to date. If you keep telling yourself that, it's going to keep being the truth for you. I just want to throw that out there. But because somebody is saying like, when would I even have the time? You make the time for the things that you want to do. Like, if you really want to find someone, if you really want to be in a relationship, if you really want those things, if that's the time you on, then you make time for that. You make time for that. I know people who got 2 and 3 jobs, who like have full-on relationships, take family trips, and do the dating thing with their spouse still, and are still there for their kids. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, if you want it bad enough, you make it happen. And I feel like that pertains to this as well. But they're bringing me back again. Somebody has a lot going on, and they're also dating. And so I first of all want to say, so it's taken someone quite a lot to convince themselves to even do this, or someone was convincing you, like, maybe someone's hooking you up with someone that they know, like, yo, you really should get to know this person, he's such a great person, or she's such a dope person, like, you've been single for mad long, they've been single for mad long, like, I think you guys will hit it off, you guys both love the same things, every time I'm around y'all individually, I get the same vibe, like, you guys will hit it off together. Somebody is, like, in the middle here, like, telling you, like, you should start dating a particular person, or someone's telling you, like, when you're not working, you home by yourself, like, you should date. You've been divorced however long, like, go out, go have fun, enjoy yourself, live your life. There is somebody in the middle here who's, like, pushing that. And it's not like a rough pushing of, like, they're trying to force it on you. I genuinely think this is somebody who genuinely has, like, your best interests at heart. This could be your kids telling you, like, yo, go have fun. You was in a toxic-ass relationship for 5 years. Go pop that, you heard? Somebody's definitely like, yo, you need to go enjoy yourself. Go do that. Go do that. I also want to point, oh, okay. Damn, see, this is why I said, I don't even want to get ahead of myself too much here. I did a coaching call yesterday with somebody, a woman. And she was a younger woman. She's actually closer to Izzy's age than mine. And she broke my heart a little bit, un poquito, because she came out and she said, it's just not fair to me that my dad, who ruined everything for us, like abused my mom physically, mentally, emotionally, like, it's just not fair to see my dad move on and be happy and go on vacations and live life with, like, other women, when the whole, and then to see my mom and know that she just kind of, like, put her head down and just went to work and took care of us and tried to heal and just, like, kind of did her own thing but stood to herself. And the girl broke my heart when she said it, because I'm a mom, right? And so it fucking broke my heart. And like I said, I guess because she's closer to Izzy's age, it made me think back to, like, certain, like, I immediately, as a mom, put myself in her mom's shoes, thinking, like, them, imagining, like, Izzy saying this. You know what I mean? And so it broke my heart in more ways than you can imagine. But it's that this reading is bringing me to that. This message particularly is bringing me to that, because someone's saying, like, it's not fair. Like, you need to be out there enjoying yourself too. Or you need to be out there enjoying your life too. Like, you only get one. You're wasting time. Like, this is time that you can be out enjoying yourself and living your best life. Just because of what you went through, or just because of what somebody put you through, or just because of how somebody treated you, like, don't allow that to stop. Because on their side, it's the most toxic motherfuckers out here living their best life. So we need to even the score here. Somebody's making me feel that way. Now, just for context, before I move on, because I'm going to start looking at the cards, actually. The girl, when she told me that yesterday, I immediately, like I said, went into mom mode and was like, I don't think she's wasting her time. I don't think your mom's wasting her time. I think she's healing. That doesn't happen overnight. And it doesn't happen the same way for two people. And so whatever's going on with your dad and however he's living his life, and prayers up for whoever he's entertaining, because I'm pretty sure if they don't know him yet, they will soon enough, right? Because the abuser is never selective with it's never selective who they're abusing. It always kills me when women feel like, oh, but he was like that with you, but he's not going to be like that with me. We'll see, you know? So that's a whole different thing. But I made it a point to tell the girl, like, your mom is doing the best with what she got. You know what I mean? Like, your mom probably has a lot to heal. And it probably wouldn't even be better off for her to like start mingling with other people in that way romantically until she's healed certain things, because then she might fuck around and attract somebody worse than your dad. You know what I mean? Like, everybody got their own process. Some people meet the love of their life after they're like 50. You know how many couples you know how many couples I know specifically that are like 55 and they just met, just getting married, and it's like soulmate, love of my life type of shit. So it's a thing, you know? It's definitely a thing. Anyway, I digress. The Emperor on the table. Oh, I didn't talk about the fucking title. Really quick. Don't feel bad about leaving certain people behind. They handed you the scissors. There's so much more that comes with that message, because I just was reading for the members. Obviously, something I do all the time before the lives. The King of Wands came out. The King of Wands came out, and I'll be lying if I tell you I even remember, because I just froze for a second. I'm trying to remember even what card he came out with. I don't even remember. The point is, the King of Wands came out with another card that was like an ending. Five of Pentacles. There you go. See? Sheesh. King of Wands, Five of Pentacles card came out for the members just now, and we were already talking about this energy of just in the nick of time. Honestly, just in the nick of time was going to be one of the messages in the title. But YouTube only gives me just enough spaces to work with. So there's an energy of like just enough time, and then bam, the King of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. Somebody gets left, somebody gets dropped, somebody is all the way out in the cold, Five of Pentacles. But the thing is that that person, it was that own person's fault that they were out in the cold. It's the King of Wands. It's somebody who's immature, somebody who's impulsive, somebody who's calculated, somebody who's like, listen, we get the same 24 hours in a day, right? We get the same opportunities. We get the same... It depends on you how your day-to-day goes. If you're going to sit there crying about it, it is what it is. You know, if you're going to do something about it, then that's when you're going to start to see change. And so we've already went over that. We've been talking about the King of Wands energy and all that negative shit. We've been talking about that for days now. I'm already over it. I've been over it since before we started talking about it. That's how over it I am, right? Somebody's like, me tiene harta. Word. That's a fact. I'm done. I'm over it. So that's why I chose to put this in the title and not in the nick of time, because I kind of feel like as much as we've been talking about it, we still need to talk about it. Because I think some of us are still moving around like with this good heart. And for those of y'all who are in the headphones, shout out to headphone gang, work gang. For those of y'all who are still not ready to see certain things or certain people for what they are, because I'll be honest, the way that this was coming up in the members, it wasn't even like a spouse. It could be, but for the members, the way that it was coming up in the reading just now, the energy was like family. We actually got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. And so this could definitely be family, like a spouse that you're coming out of union with. It definitely could be that. But the way that I was looking at it was like family, like your blood relatives, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your siblings, your parents, like the family that took advantage of how much you were willing to give, how much you were willing to put shit on hold for them, took advantage of how much you were willing to put into, how much you was willing to invest, X, Y, and Z. That's how it was coming out. So don't feel bad about leaving certain people behind, collective, because the chances are you're leaving them behind because they handed you the scissors. They left you no choice. So that's where the title comes in. So now all of that, and we're going to get back to the cards. John Horse, first card out for anybody who's just now coming in. The Emperor. And as soon as I seen the Emperor, I thought, okay. But then it quickly was like, wait. You sound good in theory. You look good. Right? It look good. Sexy and all the things, right? But like, how good are you really? Like, how good are you for my mental health? How good are you for my inner child? Like, how good are you really? Can you really be a protector? Can you really be a provider? Can you really be a partner? Like, how good are we really? Somebody has someone on probation. Somebody's on a that's why I started going into the dating thing, because somebody's like, it looks good, but I've done been sold a dream quite a few times before. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's pump the brakes and kind of test the waters a little bit. For me, I feel like that's the smart thing to do. Me personally, I don't know, you know, because I know there's still a lot of people that are still very much in the whirlwind of things, like meeting people, getting wrapped up, having conversations, and thinking, you know, I met the love of my life. I digress, but that's the Emperor energy that we got on the table. I got the Nine of Wands, which is interesting because the Nine of Wands speaks of paranoia for this deck, right? So I got the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands, with the Empress. Holy shit. Holy shit. The Empress, the big queen, the Empress. The Page of the Page of Wands, which is the Son of Sticks. Something still fresh, something still new. I don't know how else to put this, right? Because this is a Ten of Wands. The 9, the Wounded Warrior with the Sun, that's a Ten of Wands. The Empress is actually, there's an Empress energy that's testing an Emperor. And I don't even think it's reflective of like who the Emperor is as a person. I think it's more reflective of what the Empress has been through. I think the Emperor still has some shit to pack up. The Emperor still has some things to like heal past. The Empress still has some things. That's why she's so cautious. She's like walking on eggshells. She's very much giving me the energy of, you look great. Sounds amazing. But let me give this some time to cook so that I can see what this is really like. I want to see the actual flavor of this. And so this is going to be a minute. This isn't going to be overnight. The Two of Pentacles with Temperance. So I just said this. Two of Pentacles with Temperance. This is somebody saying slow and steady, darling. Don't get ahead of yourself. Slow and steady. I don't know if this message is for someone who's dating. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, because there's going to be a lot of people. What kind of bird is that? I mean, I know it's about to be Halloween, so spooky vibes and all that, but why that's giving me, it sounds like a crow. Anyway. I was just saying this. I was just saying somebody needs to take their time. Who sings that song? Take your time, what's the rush? Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know the words to this shit because I don't listen to music like that. But it's like a pop song. I don't know the name of it. Hold up, because now I want to see. Leon Thomas, Mutt, M-U-T-T. Somebody should hear that song. I'm actually saving it because I want to listen to it after, because it's funny. I've heard it before, like when I'm in a store or like when I'm driving or something. Like I've heard it on the radio, but it's not something that I'm like, let me go to YouTube, let me hear this song. Maybe I should. I'm not saying the song is whack. It's just not something I listen. I listen to salsa and freestyle all day and some rap here and there when I'm on my other bullshit. But like, I'm still very much in my 80s, 90s Hector Lavoe era. That's what I listen to daily. So when I say I don't listen to that, it's not that it's trash music. The song is actually really catchy. But I only know it like on the passing. So maybe I should listen to that song. I'm probably going to listen to it. I saved it in my phone. Somebody in the chat is like, you should listen to it. It's so good. I'm going to. Stop pushing me. Somebody's like, girl, that shit is fire. Okay. No me empuje, coño. Anyway, take your time. Take your time. I definitely feel like Spirit is reminding somebody, take your time with this. I think somebody somebody met someone, or you will, if you haven't yet. You're gonna meet someone who on the fucking outside looks really, really, really promising. Especially with temperance on the table. Because temperance is Father Sims. Somebody looks really tempting. Somebody looks really, ¿cómo se dice? That's funny. I did a personal in the beginning of the month and I kept saying, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? To one of the OGs. But it's, somebody looks, somebody looks brand new, like something that I've not witnessed, something that I've not tried before, something that I've not been exposed to before. Like somebody looks very enticing. There's the word. Somebody looks enticing. Somebody looks, and this, somebody could look this way on paper too. Because like if this is work related, I'm reading this romantically because of the dating thing keeps coming up. But if this is work related and you about to like, you about to get on a podcast with somebody or you about to invest some money with somebody, be very careful and be extremely selective who you pairing up with, not just romantically, because these people may look like they got it all together on paper, but you have to, in dating, you have to see somebody how they respond when they're angry. You have to see somebody when they respond, how you got to see how somebody responds when they're not getting the thing that they want. You have to see how somebody responds in situations where they're not in control. You have to see how somebody responds when they're hurt or when they're sad. You have to see how someone responds, not just when, because in the dating phase, it's very, very easy. And I keep saying dating, but somebody's like, bitch, we weren't even dating, bro. Like, we just linked up a few times and it was all good and gravy and I thought it was all Gucci and we never separated after that. That's not dating. I hate to break it to you. Going out to get some drinks, that's not a date. And I say this all the time and everybody gets on me because, yo, especially when people started finding out, oh, bitch, you don't drink or you don't smoke nothing. This is why you always saying that. No, I believe this, which is why I stopped smoking and stopped drinking. It's been almost 10 years now for both. Over 10 years for the smoking. But when you're going to go out with somebody and they tell you, oh, let's go out for a drink, that's the most superficial thing. That right there tells you that they're not after nothing with longevity with you. And if it's longevity, it's child's play. Like they're looking to be long term with you. They're looking to be able to play with you for the long term. They're not looking to build with you. This is like, you know, when you're a teenager and you go on a date and you go to the movies and you think that's your first date is the movies. So, but y'all in the movie theater. First of all, if you're from the area that I'm in, Ridgewood Theater was a hotel for teenagers, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. But like, if you from the neighborhood, you know, right? But if you're going on a date, first date especially, and you're going to the movies, y'all not talking. Y'all not getting to know each other. Y'all not building rapport. Y'all just watching a movie and seeing if the other person won't fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you're going to have time for that. That's not a date. Right? And so they keep bringing me back to like, and I think it's you guys. Because I feel like energetically, somebody's like, girl, my first date, we went to a fucking, like a meet and greet, like a car meeting. That was your first date? That was a date? Because listen, though, I'm not knocking it. I love going to car meets. It's one of my favorite things. I don't do it all the time because it's so much that I could take. But like, I love doing it. But like, to do it as a date is different. That's different. That's different. If you're going to go by yourself or you're going to go with your peoples or you're going to go with somebody you've already established rapport with, that's different. But if this is the first time you're chilling with somebody or the second or third or fourth time and this is what y'all doing, that's not a date. So maybe that's why they're giving me these examples. I think that's why in the beginning they were telling me, somebody was like, I never dated before. I've been in relationships, if you can even call them that, but I've not actually dated. I always say, like, for somebody who I don't club, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so you can't, can't be easily persuaded. Like, you're gonna have to really impress me to make me raise the eyebrow. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying that to be boastful. I'm saying it because it's a fact. Like, you can't, I don't even know the last time I had a man hit me up like, yo, when we smoking. What? I'm 15? What do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never, and I don't want to say I never, because I'm pretty sure at some point it happened, but I can't even remember the last time that's happened. That's how many years it's been. But it's because of where I put myself. Does that make sense? So this message is for somebody who's like, I was doing it wrong. Somebody has called themselves, like said this about themselves, like I was doing it wrong. We were doing things, but it was somebody could have taken a step back and is realizing all the dynamics that I've dealt with or been a part of have been either physical, like sexually, or they've been very superficial, if we're talking energy, right? My friendships, my relationships, I get the way I get into relationships romantically, it's very superficial. It's very surface level. So somebody's on a quest, like searching for more depth. Somebody's on a quest looking for something with substance, but they're realizing, oh, and either somebody's realizing this about themselves or somebody is being called out on this. Somebody's calling you out on this. Like, this is why you're not building sustainable dynamics, relationships, business partnerships, whatever, because it's kind of the same in all regard. The point of the message here is somebody is realizing this about themselves. And whether you're realizing it because you are actually looking in the mirror or you're realizing it because someone is calling you out on it, is going to be different for everybody. It's going to be different for everybody. Excuse me. For those of y'all who somebody is saying this, it may not even be in a mean way. This may actually be somebody who loves you or who cares about you genuinely, or who's just saying what they've observed, right? Because it doesn't necessarily feel malicious. It doesn't necessarily feel like somebody's like, are you dumb? Like, all you do is surface level shit, so of course it's what you bring. Like, it doesn't feel nasty. It feels like there's a little bit, I would sprinkle a little bit of surprise on this. Somebody is almost like surprised that you haven't noticed. Maybe because somebody thinks that you've been doing this on purpose. Because somebody's almost like, did you genuinely think you were going to be able to build rapport with someone that you met who was with someone else and you were still dealing with them? So you genuinely thought you were going to build there? Because you're asking yourself, or you're asking me, or you whatever, right? Like, the question at hand is why my shit goes a certain way all the time, or why things don't ascend, or why things don't because this could be a very specific conversation between two people. Somebody could be asking you, how is it that whenever you with someone, even if you're single right now, whenever you with someone, like they're willing to go to the end of the earth for you. Like, they don't play about you. It's never no funny shit. And even the ones that you leave them behind, and still they still have that rapport with you, or have that respect for you, or whatever. Like, how is it that you've done that? Because every time, where you meeting these people, it's very casual. The conversation feels very casual. The conversation feels very like, where you meeting them? What you doing? How you, like, what type of sex spells you putting on them? But somebody else is standing there like, I'm just not entertaining people who are playing. I'm not playing about my time, so I'm just not into. If I'm going to talk to somebody and they're showing me that they're wishy-washy, I'm not talking to them. If I'm going to talk to somebody and they're showing me that they can't even hold a conversation, I'm no longer going to conversate with them. If like somebody's like, this is basic shit for me. Basic. Like, I thought you was entertaining those type of people with surface level dynamics because I thought that's what you was after. But somebody's like, no, I be trying to but it never works out. Like, this feels like this could be sisters. I feel like it's two feminines. This could be two sisters having this conversation. Cousins, sisters, friends. This could be somebody at work, co-worker. This could be like that. I don't know why. Because I don't even see the relation to what they just showed me and what the message is on the table. But if I learned anything on this platform, is not to question when they show me things. So really quick, right? Years ago, because wow, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, in my head it feels like 2 years ago, but like it literally was like damn near 10. So I used to work at this place, and I had a coworker. Yo, listen, I'm not gonna say her name, right? Because I love her to this fucking day. I worked with nothing but men. In the office that I was in, though, it was me and another girl. And then she was younger than me, significantly younger than me. She was like in college. She was, going to school. And I remember that so many days she would be like finishing up her papers, and I would be doing my work and her work so she could finish up her paper because she went out the night before or whatever. Like, she was like a little sister to me. Like, still, I haven't seen her in like 8 years. We speak randomly, like via social media. But I haven't seen her in a long time. But like, that's still my baby. If she hits me up for something, I got you, right? And I'm so proud of her where she is today, because she bust her ass. But they showed me a specific day when we were at work one day, and she was like 24, 25 at the time. And she literally was like, we were talking about guys, and she was telling me about something she was, taking part in, somebody she was entertaining or whatever. I don't even remember verbatim how we got into this conversation, but she was like, yo, I only ever experienced like a big O, sexually. Hopefully you following me there, because I don't want to like, but she was like, I never actually experienced that with a man. So I was like, so you deal with women? And she was like, no, like I just, like, I do it myself, but I never experienced that. Like, a man never made me experience that. Let me tell you, at that point when we had that conversation, I had already been there for like, because she was there before me. So, because it was just something that I was doing like a part-time thing, because I needed to like be outside working. And so I had been there like 4 months already. We had already worked every fucking day, 6 days a week together for fucking like 4 months. We had talked about mad shit, sexcapades, all type of things, right? And so in my mind, immediately I thought to first of all, I thought, bendito, like, what you mean, Then I thought to myself, wait, because you've been telling me about rendezvous and different things you've been like dating and meeting and all that, right? Because she's young, she was very young, at that time. She was just like living her best life or whatever. She didn't have no kids or nothing. I never forget the feeling of like, what? Like, what you mean, So what are you doing? Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, if you've not come across a man that could bring you to that point, then there's something that is like, And we ended up getting into a conversation, and she ended up telling me like, because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is why I'm like, why would they bring this up to me? Because I don't see where it resonates with the message. But I mean, I guess because I never forget, our desks were not facing each other. We were like facing our windows. And I never forget doing a whole 180 in my swivel chair, because I had to look at her. I thought she was joking at first. And I was like, you dead ass? She's like, I'm dead ass. Okay. The way I took that girl's hand, literally took her to a sex shop and walked her through the whole motion. Because not even a week later, I'll never forget the day she came to work. Yo, her smile was from here to here. She was like, sis. Yo, I gotta hit her up now, because the way that they just bringing me back to this is fucking insane. Because I was like, girl, one thing you not gonna be doing is sharing your body, and you're not even getting nothing out of it. We not gonna be doing that. There's no way. Because we ended up talking like that day before I took her to the sex shop. We ended up talking, and she ended up telling me like what she thought was an O wasn't even an O. So realistically, when she said I had never had a man do that for me, she had never had one, period. And because a man had never brought her to that, she didn't even know what that was supposed to feel like, even on her own. I'm very much that type of person where if I fuck with you, I'm gonna help you, even if I gotta draw you a fucking blueprint map, which is essentially what I had to do for her. The day she walked in, which is what they showed me, the day she walked in with that smile on her face, she didn't even have to tell me nothing, okay? I already knew. It was like a whole new world outside for her. Like it was a whole, and it's crazy because I tell you that for the rest of the time we worked together, I noticed, okay, this is why they brought me here. See what I be saying? I noticed that, and we spoke about it briefly, her and I, like back then. But I noticed that in the months that we worked together after that, the guys that she was dating and the way she was dating the guys had changed. It was almost like she had a revelation. It was almost like she had a, oh, okay. Because if this is what it feels like for them and they're getting what they want, then I need to be getting what I want out of this too. And like, I didn't even, I told her, I held her hand up until a certain point, but I didn't have to walk her all the way through. Like, once it clicked for her, like this, I've been missing out on this whole time. Because really what it was is I've been dealing with niggas who were okay with the fact that I wasn't getting mine. What? The type of guys she was even entertaining had changed. The way that she was dating these guys had changed. It changed. And so that's why that came up for this message, because I feel like what I'm seeing here is a conversation between two people. And if this is not two people physically, this is you and your higher self. Like you having a moment like, huh, hold on, something's wrong here. But for the most part, this mostly feels like two people who are speaking. One is genuine, and that was my role. Like I genuinely thought that this was just her preference, or this was just she was young, and so I just thought this is how they were dating now. I don't know. I thought it was intentional. It wasn't until we started speaking more that she said to me, and she was honest. That's the thing here too, is like, this is not a conversation where somebody is afraid to be honest, afraid to communicate, because she was like, and I guess maybe because of how my energy and what I brought to her, she felt comfortable, and like she knew I wasn't judging her. She knew that I was like gonna steer her the right way, because that's what this feels like to me. It feels like a conversation between two, and somebody is like genuinely asking questions and someone's genuinely getting the responses. This isn't surface level. Like this friendship doesn't feel surface level. If this is related to work, it is the same concept. I don't want that to go past somebody. Like if this is work related, somebody genuinely is like, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, I'm trying to get this off the ground, I'm trying to get this permit, I'm trying to get this license, I genuinely don't know where I'm going wrong here. But somebody else is like, oh, I thought you were aiming toward this type of deal. That's not what you were aiming for. And somebody's like, no, like I'm looking for this, I need this, this is what I'm trying to do. And somebody's like, oh, I got you, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to do it. That's what this feels like. I did not think the reading was going to turn into something like this. I didn't think this was going to be the message. Which even makes sense to the title. Because in the title, it talks about leaving people behind that have asked to be left behind in one way or another. By doing that, and in doing that, you make room for the people that are going to benefit from being in your space. You make room for the people that you're going to benefit with having them in your space. Like you make room for people that are supposed to be there when you weed out the people who are just taking up space there. Okay, Spirit. Stop showing out now. Don't show out now, Spirit. Don't show out now. Queen of Wands. As I said, all of that. Queen of Wands with the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Knives. 7 of baskets is 7 of Cups. 9 of Knives is the 9 of Swords. And then the Page of Pentacles. I think somebody really... First of all, whoever I'm tapping into is still in the baby steps of doing this. Because they keep telling me baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Somebody's still just now doing this. Somebody is still in the process of cutting certain people off. Somebody's still in the process of accepting with the Empress. Accepting that certain people and certain energy needs to be weeded out. Yeah, that makes sense. I also feel, because when all these cards fell out, I definitely felt like I was not going to be able to get through this reading, and I'm more than halfway through. So baby steps, right? It's like, don't focus on the bigger picture. I always say that, though. Don't focus on the bigger picture. Have your eyes set on that bigger picture, but don't focus on that. Focus on your journey. Be present and focus on each step as you're taking it. That's the best way to get through to the other side of whatever it is that you're trying to get to. If you are having some type of conversation, some type of dialogue with someone, if you're in the position where the person you're talking to doesn't seem to know any better, try to remember that they don't know any better, right? And for those of you who are in a position to where you realize you was in the 7 of Cups and you had something fucked up, don't let your ego get in front of you. Don't let your ego make you feel like you have to pretend like you don't have certain questions, because I do feel a little bit of pushback of like somebody doesn't want to seem dumb, so they're not even I mean, I guess afraid or like hesitating to ask certain questions. Don't do that. Spirit is putting you in certain positions and in certain places where you're gonna have the opportunity to get certain answers that you've been after. That's not a mistake. That's on purpose. That's very much on purpose that is happening. Don't start meowing at me. You're so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Don't let the ego get in front of you with that. Wow, courting. With a 6 of Sticks and the 10 of Baskets. Courting is the Lover's card. It's in the upright. 6 of Sticks is the 6 of Wands. It's in the upright. 10 of Baskets is the 10 of Cups. It's in the upright. Somebody went through all of it. You see all of this? I know y'all can't. There you go. See all of this? All of that. And like I said with the girl in my story, she dated in one way until she was brought to the point where she realized, oh, there is something else. There is more. I'm doing something wrong here. She changed what she was doing wrong. And I said, even the type of guys she was bringing around, even the type of guys she was dating, the type of things that they were doing when they were dating had changed. She walked in that day with a smile from fucking ear to ear. I never in my life had seen someone, like, I know the expression, like the saying, people say that, oh, she walked in from ear to ear. Yo, when I tell y'all, I should have had my camera on, because shorty walked in and she was like a brand new woman. Brand new woman. And all it took was for her to do a little bit of tweaking, and that was it. So there's something here that you're giving more pressure to, or you're putting more pressure on. I kind of feel like we were talking about that the other day. You're making something more difficult than what it needs to be. And it's because of how you're tied in emotionally or how you're comfortable. Remember the Hangman with the 9 of Cups. Collective. I don't even know how long we've been live, because I feel like we've been live for a little bit. 10 of Pentacles. The whole time, the card that was face down was a 10 of Pentacles. It's a game changer. There's something that happens here that triggers somebody, that's kind of like changes the narrative for somebody. Very simply put, this message is the message we've been saying for the longest. When you change the things that's not working for you, the things that's not working for you change. And essentially start working for you, right? What time is it? What time is it? I want to pull like, we're going to pull 3 cards from the Zodiac Tarot. Because I literally had every intention on pulling from this deck. But with that 10 of Pentacles at the end, I low-key feel like the message is done. Matter of fact, I know what we're going to do. We're going to pull from the Heavenly Bodies. And we'll read an oracle card to close out the reading for today. I think so far, I had a triple check in my Rolodex, but I think that so far, today's live was probably the smoothest reading we've done so far. In the last few weeks. Wow. Spiritual growth with house 9, the 9th house, which is Sagittarius's house. Let's see. All right. House 9. It says this wide open space reflects your higher mind and life philosophy. Within a lifespan, it's a period of spiritual growth and gaining a broader perspective. It reveals your ethics and anything that opens the mind, such as a higher education and foreign travel. Are you an adventurous spirit craving growth, or a creature of habit comfortable in your corner of the world? Do you feel free or restricted? Jupiter ruled this space reveals your relationship to expansion and the things that block or support your quest. This house is a natural home of Sagittarius, the explorer, and reveals your long journeys of body and mind. You may expand through travel, where different cultures broaden your viewpoint, or you may grow through spirituality and places of worship, never leaving your hometown. This house reflects man's search for meaning, and no two journeys look the same. The key words for this energy is philosophy, ethics, places of worship, and the experiences of spiritual growth, long journeys, foreign travel, gaining broader perspective, and higher education. The omen for the card says, open your mind to new ways of being and seeing. Open your mind to new ways of being and seeing. Yes, this is a powerful time for travel, but expanding your mind can be equally profound. Journey through the pages of a book and explore a new way of thinking. Learn about a different culture, spiritual practice, and/or a belief. With a curious spirit and an open mind, seek adventure on the physical and/or mental plane. Allow these experiences to sink into the core of your being. Let them stretch and shift your perspective. This can become a time of profound awakening if you allow the lens through which you experience life to change and expand. This whole reading, we were talking about somebody learning that something that they were doing or the things that they were taking part in were not in alignment with what they were after or where they were trying to get to or where they were trying to go. Whether that's dating, whether that's a business, I even said, no matter who you are in the dynamic of the conversation, don't let the ego get in front of you. Be open to learning, be open to understanding, be open to a different perspective. I got a fucking hair that's been getting to me this whole time. Anyway, collective, I love you guys wholeheartedly. Shout out to everybody who tapped in. Shout out to everybody who hit that like button. If you didn't hit the like button yet, please don't forget to hit it on your way out. Please and thank you. To the members, I think you guys had content that already went up earlier today. It should have went up already. You guys got content coming out tomorrow as well, per usual. If anybody who's on the vlog channel, if anybody who taps in with us on the vlog channel, you definitely gonna wanna make sure your bells are on. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it tonight or tomorrow during the day. But we're going to be going live. I'm going to be doing a thing on live on the vlog channel. that I haven't done before. Like, the thing I'm going to be doing is something I haven't done. I'm still not even all the way convinced that I'm going to do this on live. But I'm like 90% sure. So if you're on the vlog channel, make sure the bells is on. Because we'll be live either tonight or tomorrow during the day. And if you're on the TikTok and not on the vlog channel, if I go live on the vlog channel, I'm going to do the vlog channel and the TikTok. We're going to be live at the same time. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now. I actually got to get ready to go. I got to be out the door by 3 o'clock. I got a meeting today, which pray for me. Send me all the good vibes. I'm very excited about this meeting, by the way. And yeah, today's Friday. No, today's Friday. It's Friday, darling. I hope everyone has a good weekend. That just put me in a whole vibe right now. Have a safe weekend if I don't see you guys. But we will be live tomorrow. Si Dios quiere. All the things, you know? All the things. I didn't get to charge my iPad, so I can't see the fucking chat. Which is why I haven't been tapping in with you guys. I saw it earlier, but I can't see it now. But yeah, either way, like I said, make sure your bells are on for the vlog channel. If you're not on the vlog channel, but you're on the TikTok, be pendiente, because we're going to be live on the TikTok as well. Either tonight or tomorrow during the day. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.